we're going to continue these conversations. Remember, just include the announcement that in the Baltimore metropolitan area, as D.C., Northern Virginia, even Pennsylvania, we have people come. Our meeting is at 7 p.m. on Thursday p.m. at the BWI Marriott, okay? So what I'm going to do this morning, I believe we have our special guest on this side of the line. I'm going to attempt to mute the call out. If we have some technical difficulties, we will get that straight, too. So in the series that we're doing, Decreasing Human Suffering in Our Communities, this morning we have a young lady that's very special, and I think she has a special guest this morning, and that's Dr. Stephanie Reid. She's doing some outstanding things with longevity and affecting people actually all over, especially up in the Philadelphia, New Jersey area, as well as in Maryland. And I believe today she has a special guest with us. Dr. Reid, are you there?
I'm on the call. Good morning, Dr. Richardson. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to turn the call over to you, and I did not mute the line, so hopefully everyone who comes on will mute their own line so that we don't have any interference. Go ahead. Take it away.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Today is a special call because it is very important that we follow up with people that we recommend the longevity experience to. Remember, this is a revolution. And it's very important that as we share the message that we don't lose contact with the people that we're able to help. And a few years ago, I had the privilege to work with a person who did very well, and she was so happy with her health results. She gave my information to her niece, and her niece had experienced and was experiencing severe lupus. So I was able to connect with her, put her on the longevity protocol, starting with the Detox Mega Pack, and she has been doing phenomenally well ever since. So I'd like to ask her a few questions and interview her. She's gracious enough to be able to get on the call to share her story with us, and I think her story will be an inspiration and a forward push for anybody who's still on the fence about how powerful longevity is. So without further ado, Cheryl, are you on the call? Cheryl, are you there? Doc, can you take the call for a second? I'll make sure that she can get on.
I can hold on, and she may have some technical problems getting on. Guys, I was so impressed by the story. I had to have Dr. Reid share it with you, and that not only that, have the person that experienced that to share it with you. What we are doing, guys, is very, very powerful. And when I talk about decreasing human suffering in our communities, that's just what it is. You know, there's just so many ways in which we can impact people. And health, you know, people's health is just, many people don't realize they even have a need for help until they don't have it, you know, when things are going downhill. So that's why it's so imperative that we keep hammering away at this message. I think the message is that important. I know it's been a very, very positive for me, and it's been a positive for many other people that I've been able to touch. But, guys, we're not even scratching the surface. So many people that need our help that we have to keep delivering the message, okay? So, you know, you just have to just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Don't worry about the ones that, you know, that may not participate in the program. That's fine. Because to be truthful with you, people need 7, 8, 9, 10 exposures before they're able to take action. So because you talk to someone one time or two times, or because they didn't call you back or whatever it is, it does not mean necessarily that they don't want to receive this information. Just people are not going to react on our time or on our schedule. They're going to react on their own time and schedule. So you have to just stay the course and keep reaching out to people and making those contacts. The other thing, too, guys, about the longevity program, you know, we're in a unique position to be able to mobilize masses of people. I think that is very important if we can communicate with groups such as church groups and so forth, which is a great place to start, by the way, because I believe that most people that are pastoring, people that are the head of their flocks, will want to decrease human suffering if they could do so. And longevity definitely provides a format and a vehicle that will help them toward that end. So, you know, as you're approaching people, don't be shy to share that what this mission is about. Yes, it's a revolution. We're changing things all over the country. Yes, the health system is not going to change unless the people change it, and that's why we're on this mission, and we're in a position where we can actually impact what's really going on. Okay, so keep those things in mind. And Dr. Reid, when you're back on, just step right in and take over.
I'm back on. I'm back.
Are you there?
I'm back on the call. I am. I was not able. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. I wasn't able to get Cheryl on the call, but I was able to reach her mother, and her mother was the person that contacted me in order to get her on the program. So, okay. Tanya, thank you so much for agreeing to get on this call. Can you say hello?
Hello, absolutely.
Thank you so much. So can you tell me what prompted you to call me to help your daughter? What started the process?
Okay, well, my sister has diabetes. So she sought Dr. Reid for holistic healing. And so when my daughter was diagnosed with lupus, unfortunately, of course, I was all over the place. But my daughter was adamant as far as not taking man-made medicines that's going to cause other problems. So my sister said to me, well, I believe God has blessed Dr. Reid to heal herself from the same, from the same ailment. So I sought Dr. Reid, and she explained things to me. And ever since my daughter received the package and saw following the regimen that Dr. Reid gave her, along with the holistic healing medicine, which is all natural and causes no other problem, it truly just cleanses your body of all the things that is toxic to your body. So ever since then, my daughter does not have all those aches and pains. She does not have anxiety attacks anymore. She is truly doing so like she is truly really close to being fully healed from changing her diet, as Dr. Reid informed her, after doing the detox. So it truly is, worth giving it a try.
Tanya, thank you so much for that. We have a double blessing and a double testimony. I just got a text from Cheryl. She's actually on the call, so she can tell you herself how she's doing and how her journey's been. Cheryl, are you there?
Yes.
Hi, sweetie. Thank you so much for getting on the call. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Ma.
Hey, everybody. Thank you guys so much for getting on the call. This is so significant. I'm sure you and I spoke yesterday, and I told you that your testimony is going to be the catalyst to help other people that suffered this debilitating diagnosis. I myself was diagnosed with lupus when I was 26 years old, and I suffered insurmountably with steroids and connective tissue problems regarding my hips and my joints, and it was just a hot mess, as they say. But can you share with the group exactly what your symptoms were and how your body has changed and how long it's taken?
Well, I guess like last summer, I would just wake up out of my sleep with like weird like aches, like it would wake me up out of my sleep, like in my elbow, like in my leg, like in all my joints. And I didn't understand why, what was going on. Like, I would be, like, sleepy, like, exhausted for no reason. Like, I would have, like, the most sleep in the world. And I would still just be so tired, like, so fatigued. So I decided to, like, randomly go to my doctor one day. So they tested me. And then they sent me to to a specialist, and they tested me. So they called me and told me, you have lupus, blah, 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 blah. You got to come in for your treatment. I told my mom. My mom then contacted my aunt, and she gave us your contact information. So I've been taking the regimen for about 6 or 7 months now, like detox. And at first, I was so frustrated with the whole process. I didn't know what I was doing. Everything was just frustrating. I was crying. I had anxiety attacks. Like, I was just losing my mind. I'm like, I'm only 22. Like, this shouldn't be happening to me. But then as I went on with the regimen and just kept going with it, I guess everything just got better as I just kept going with the regimen. Like, I'm not tired no more. I still have aches and pains here and there, but it's not as bad as it was when I first started, or when I wasn't taking a regimen, or when I didn't know what was going on. And I changed my diet, and I started reading everything that I was eating, and stopped putting certain things in my body.
Mhm. That's awesome. So, what would you say was the best? Was the recommendations that I shared with you that gave you an impact in your health going from where it was to what it is now? What information do you hold on to that you could share with other people? What did I say? What were the words that I gave you? Do you know?
Change your diet. The best thing I could have ever done out of this was change my diet and change my way of thinking, and read everything that I'm putting in my body, because the stuff that you put in your body is not good for your body. Like, it's all types of bleach. It's stuff that's just not made, that the human body can't break down. So you just gotta read what you put in your body, and don't listen to everything the doctors tell you, because honestly and truly, ever since I started this journey, I've learned that the doctors are going to give you stuff to make money for themselves. They're not going to give you what's healthy for you. Like, the stuff that they give you, it actually feeds onto the disease. It makes your body depend on the drugs. So if you stop taking them, then your body just get worse and worse. As to the difference between that and a holistic regimen is, like, it cleanses your body. It takes out everything. At one point in time, I got so frustrated. I was like, I don't want to take this anymore. I just stopped taking it, and then I talked to you, and you was just like, well, that's what it's supposed to do. Your body has this natural stuff, and it's just cleansing it out. So I guess you just gotta read and make sure you know what you put in your body before you put it in your body. You gotta care about your body more than you do.
Thank you so much, for sharing that. Would you say, how do you think that you would have followed the program if you didn't have support? Would you have followed it without any support and any feedback, or would you have followed it on your own regardless?
No, I wouldn't have followed it on my own. I would have just stopped and probably went to my doctor and just asked them to give me whatever they was going to give me before I started the whole holistic regimen. I think without your support or without talking to you, I definitely would have not went along with the regimen. I would have just quit and gave up.
And so that I thank you so much for sharing that portion of it, because anytime we recommend a change, we have to be consistent with making sure that the person we want to help feels supported along the way, because it really is easy to give up. A lot of people don't realize that their bodies will go through some changes, and if they're not familiar with the changes, the first thing is they're going to feel as though they're getting worse, not better. And so I thank you so much for engaging me in those conversations when I would just call and say, how you doing? And I would say, so how's you feeling and what's going on? And you would give me honest feedback. And I think that it was important to do that so you stayed on track, because I knew the challenges that you would anticipate going and doing something new. But I'm very grateful, and I'm so glad that you didn't give up. What about you?
I'm so grateful because it's like you called me at all the right times. Like, every time it will be just the day I just decided to give up, and then you will call me. And I think you just got to be honest. Like, you can't, if you're not going with the regimen, don't say that you are still going with the regimen. Just because, just to say leave it alone. Like, I think you just got to be honest. And I feel like I was comfortable enough to be open and honest with you. So that I thank you for.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So I have a real loaded question for you. Are you ever going to stop taking longevity? Are you ever going to revert back to your old diet?
No, I'm not. I'm going to keep going with my regimen. I'm going to do what I have to do to completely detox my body. And even if I'm completely detoxed, I'm going to keep going with it and make sure I know what I'm putting in my body.
Awesome. So by now your detox program should be way done, and now you're just maintaining on your nutrition program, correct?
Yes.
Good. And so, Tanya, as Cheryl's mom, how do you feel now? What is your perspective on what your daughter has gone through?
I'm glad you asked me that because I was going to ask if I can speak on that. I was going to say I'm definitely grateful because not only is that healing for the body, but it's also healing for the mind. Because as you know, when you first shared that with me, that God bless you to be healed from it, to teach you how to be healed from it naturally and things like that, and just, taking the herbs and things like that, and the medicine, not medicine, but the holistic healing medicine, it's a difference. So I want to make sure I point that out, that just to know that it was another way out. I was so overjoyed and so relieved. I just was crying terribly. I just was so grateful. And because to see as a mother that truly loves your child, you don't want nothing to hurt your child. And when your hands are tied and nothing that you could do is really, really breaks your heart over here. So when my daughter would break down and cry and be ready to give up, and because she didn't have the strength to open up a pill bottle or nothing, it was killing me. So I'm grateful myself that not only can my daughter reach you, but I was able to reach you and express my concerns. And not only that, just the point of, you can't, a regular doctor, you can't get your hands on a regular doctor. They may be concerned, but they gonna always have a limit with you. Like Dr. Reid is a true woman that cares. She has true humanity. This is not about her trying to make no money or trying to be popular or none of that. She genuinely cares. When I tell you she genuinely cares, I call her all times of the day and night, all types of frantic and all types of things like that. And she would call me right there. If I had to leave a voicemail, she called me right there. And not only did the regimen change my daughter for the better of her health, it also changed me over her not eating certain things. And of course, we supported with her, doing it with her. It helped me lose weight. Now, I was on some medicine for kidney protection, and I never even told my doctor that I started taking medicine. I just went in and took the test, and everything is fine. She thinks I probably still take the medicine, but I haven't taken the medicine since my daughter been doing her regimen for about 6 months or what have you. So it's a blessing to the family as a whole. It's not just, one little thing and you keep going. So this is a lifestyle change. It's not nothing temporary, because if you make it temporary, then you can be right back where you started from, and probably even worse. So I'm definitely grateful. I'm grateful that, that your heart is genuinely in this to help heal people forever and for the good, and you have to keep going with it. You can't just get the package and say, that's it, and you definitely can't try to put a price on it, because your life is priceless. So you can't say, oh, no, this, because guess what? Them doctor bills and this, that, and the other is going to keep going and going and going, and it's only going to make things worse. Because as we see in the commercials every day, one thing help one thing, but then worse than something else. So I would rather go with the sure thing, which is holistic healing, and have a doctor that truly cares about you, that you can get your hands on.
Wow. I'm kind of teary-eyed right now because I remember those nights and those afternoons that we were in a frantic experience, and I would just say, hold on, it's going to be okay. is going to be okay. And the only reason why I could say that is because I've experienced it
Amen.
head on. And when I was diagnosed with lupus, I didn't have support. I had 2 small sons, and the doctor puts me in the room, and he says, you have lupus, and you're probably going to die from it. And I never forget going home and crying and crying and crying, crying and cried my eyes out. I'm thinking, what is this? But you know what? I, at the time, didn't have the longevity regimen, but I did have intuition. And one of the things that I did was I just stopped eating. Lupus is a severe gluten intolerance.
Yeah.
And gluten intolerance comes from eating wheat, rye, barley, and oat products. And I'm from Philadelphia, so I love my cheesesteaks. I love my pretzels, and I kind of moved off of these things, not knowing that I was creating my own problem. But when it got to the point that my stomach hurt so bad no matter whatever I ate, then I just stopped eating. And over time, I noticed I was getting better, but it wasn't because I knew what I was doing. It was kind of a trial and error. So my lupus experience lasted for like 13 years of traction and problems with my shoulder. My hips would give out. I was the young mother in the motorized shopping cart at the supermarket, very humiliated, and I actually did walk with the aluminum walker at one point. So it was not pretty. But I say all that to say that if you're suffering from lupus and you know someone who is, now there's not a trial and error suffering period of 13 years. There is an exact system put together by Dr. Joel Wallach, who's done research, who's done the educational things he needed to do. He's fought the FDA and has created a formula that is complete. And so there's no need to kind of guess anymore. You don't have to guess. And the people that you're going to share this with, they now know that they don't have to guess. It's only through the grace of God that I recovered, and I'll never forget that my doctor gave me my last test, and he said, I don't know what you did, but this is gone. And I said, thank you, Jesus, but I had the butterfly on my face, and it was horrible. And the steroids are just unimaginable. And not to mention, when you have the anxiety attack so bad that you drive yourself to the hospital screaming, somebody's coming to kill me. That was me. And they said, ma'am, you're only having a severe anxiety attack. Those are the things that a person with lupus experiences. So when you called me that day and Pearl was in a really compromising place, I said to you, what? She's only having
Exactly. Because I didn't know what was going on.
That's exactly what happened. So I thank you guys for getting on this call, and I'm not sure if we have a minute for Q&A. Doctor, let me know if that's appropriate, and if not, we could just say, last remarks.
Yeah, we have a minute for a question. But I just like to thank the guests for coming on and just sharing that with everyone. And truly, what we are trying to do, guys, is really decrease human suffering in our communities. And the only way we're going to do that is by spreading the word. So all the guests on the line, make sure you get with the person that invited you on. Get your questions answered. See how we can help you. Get any consultations that you need. And so, Dr. Reid, take it away. If someone may have a question they would like to ask, we got time for 1 or 2. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, then sure. Does anybody have a question?
Any questions?
I would like the recorded number, please.
It's not a recorded number. It'll come out as a link. We'll send you a link.
Okay. So, guys, with that said, I'd just like to thank everyone, because everyone can just give Dr. Reid and our guests a shout-out, give them a shout-out, and we thank them very kindly. And please, please, please show up on these calls. We do it every Wednesday and Thursday morning at the same time, and we discuss different aspects of health. So please inform your friends, your relatives, people that are, even if they're being treated or whatever it is. And let me just say this about nutrition. It's not intended to diagnose, cure, or treat any disease, but what it does do, it supports the body. And with the right regimen, as you've learned on this call this morning, guys, nothing is impossible, okay? So just keep that in mind, and let's go out and help other people. Let's decrease the human suffering in our communities. With that said, have a blessed day. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.